Good evening. It's actually right now 11 p.m. on a Wednesday night. It literally made me cry just like watching the movie because, just as the title suggests, there is this girl that is 13 years old and then she really just makes a wish on her birthday and boom, she's actually like 30 years old, right? And like she really just gets into this whole life that she basically built up for herself, but she cannot really remember anything because her mental age is like basically 13, right? And she really just realizes that so many things about her life that she did, she doesn't actually like it. And I feel like the thing that was really beautiful about the movie is that because she is 13, trapped in a 30-year-old body, she really just keeps on acting as a 13 years old, like everywhere, you know what I mean? And it was super, super funny to actually see that. But at the same time, I feel like, to be honest, she has like absolutely zero clues about the like social like clues, you know what I mean? Or like how you're supposed to act socially, you know what I mean? She just doesn't care. She's just like, bitch, I don't give a shit. She doesn't know anything about being 30, right? To this innocence that we actually have when we were 13 and we were just like rushed up and full of life, you know what I mean? And we didn't really overthink stuff a lot and we just really acted up and about what we actually really wanted to do at that moment. Her best friend, who was actually a very like sweet person when he was 13 and he was in love with her, you know what I mean? But then later on, when he really just gets into his life, he really kind of like becomes a little bit like depressed internally and he really just like ends up quitting, like literally just going and being sweet to people. Like he just really like became that kind of person that is like dull, like genuinely dull from inside because he's like, oh yeah, people suck, you know what I mean? And I was really sweet, but like I wasn't really met with that from other people. So it really just became that kind of person. He's like, well, this is life, you gotta pay the bills, you gotta go and do a job that you don't even like, you gotta go and, marry up this person that you don't even like. How this whole world always literally just goes and turns off, like blows off literally that spark of life that we had when we were children and we were just carefree. And I really think that this is why so many people like long to actually be children again, because when we were children, we didn't give a shit about anything, we were ourselves, We just really like if we really wanted to scream in the middle of the street, we just did that. And everybody thought that we're just kids and it's fine, you know what I mean? If we literally just wanted to do the most American thing, we just never cared, We would give a shit because we were kids. It's like we are so good at life when we are children, to be honest. Like we're just born naturally with this gift of really being able to just be playful and innocent and spontaneous and just carefree with life. We are really good at doing life when we are children. But then as we just grow older, this world just keeps on fucking us again and again and again. And until we literally just go and get all these social cues, and it creates all these mental blocks into our life and into our minds, like limited beliefs. It's like you cannot do this and you're not supposed to do this, and it literally just creates shame and guilt and all of these really, really awful bad things. You know what I mean? People just became so calculated. People are just manufactured today, like they're genuinely manufactured. It's like you can really just see even the imperfections, they pick them up, you know what I mean? Like everything is calculated, all the image, you know what I mean? And I literally just been seeing in this movie, it's like she just laughs in a very loud, weird way, you know what I mean? She just like really goes and make weird expressions with her face, you know what I mean? She just doesn't care, she's just like, yeah, this is just me, this is just me, oh my god. Like, I'm always reminded about how we missed on the most important thing in this life, is to fucking enjoy life. It's like we literally just created all of these things, all of these amazing things, electricity, internet, computers, like rockets. We did all of this thing on Earth, but it never really just seemed that it actually served the very first primary purpose of this life, which is to actually be happy. It really just gets so tough for us to really just get over how to get over people's opinions about how to really just go and be ourselves anymore, about how to find happiness in this whole place. And people really just go and relearn all of these things, and they got to unlearn all of this shit that's been actually transmitted to them all of this time that stops them from living, or otherwise they're just gonna go and be so deeply unhappy with your life. And I was just wondering, about how much of a better world we would be if we just really were not really putting all of these boundaries on kids, and we just continued with this spark of life. Be honest, like probably years ago, to not really want to hang out with kids because I was like, oh my god, like I was literally in my face like, oh my god, they are embarrassing. Like, what are you doing? Kids are so much fun, okay? They're cringe and they don't give a shit about anybody's opinion. And I want to hang out with them because they're cool. I don't want to literally just go and try to give people like a perfect image of how my life is, because we all fucking going through it, you know, and all our lives are not perfect, you know. And if you really got to learn anything from this video, is it's fine to literally just go and be cringy and be embarrassing, you know what I mean, and literally just go and just be yourself, you know, without going and calculating or just like really thinking about anything, you know. I don't care about how you're gonna perceive me. I'm just gonna be myself, you know? Weird, beautiful, you know what I mean? And a human, most importantly human, because this is what humans are.